Welcome back to Chasing Spirits, where we explore the strange, the supernatural, and the unexplained. I'm your host, Reid, with my co-host, Ethan.
Oh, dude, I cut my tongue on a candy cane. It hurts really bad. But what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another
What?
episode. I'm leaving that in there because I was just talking about it. But welcome back. Another week, huh?
Another week and another episode of Reid that you do not know what it's about. And I
True.
think you will be very surprised.
Where are we going now? Are we leaving the country again?
We are leaving the country,
Oh,
believe it or
wait,
not.
is it the one you kind of leaked towards me? Like you said, possibly an episode or no?
No.
Ooh, can I guess where it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the one you told me was in Europe, right?
What did I tell you?
I think you were hinting towards the Enfield poltergeist. I think.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna guess Japan.
No.
Okay, all right. Where are we going?
We're going to Scotland. So today we will be talking about, I would say, the second most famous cryptid in the world. Do you have a guess from Scotland?
Now I do.
What do we got today?
It's like a good old fish, right?
Oh yeah,
Sea creature.
we got the Loch Ness Monster. I thought this one would be fun to do an ep on, even though it's not really the scariest thing. I still think we got to give it second most famous cryptid. We got to give it its justice. Needs an episode.
I agree. Good episode.
I don't know how much you know about it, but I didn't know too much. I obviously know the basics, right?
Yeah, I know actually a surprisingly large amount on Loch Ness.
Why?
Well, when I was little, I watched the Scooby-Doo movie.
Okay.
So that's a classic. And then I've obviously heard about the Loch Ness Monster outside of it through like another podcast.
Okay. Well, this might be a little repetitive for you, but we're going to do it anyways. And I have a little surprise for the end.
Ooh, a surprise? What do we got? What do we got cooking
A
here?
little surprise. I can't tell you. It's a damn surprise.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm excited.
All right, so let's get us kicked off here. So, the Loch Ness Monster, known as Nessie, is one of the most famous cryptids in the world. Said to inhabit the deep, dark waters of Loch Ness, a large lake in the Scottish Highlands. Descriptions of the creature vary, but is most commonly depicted as a long-necked serpent creature with a hump or two protruding from the water. Sightings of Nessie date back to ancient times, with early reports appearing in Irish and Scottish folklore. But the modern fascination with the monster began in the 1930s after a famous photograph known as the surgeon's photograph allegedly captured the creature's silhouette. Over the decades, numerous alleged sightings, photographs, and even some sonar readings have fueled the belief in Nessie's existence, although no conclusive evidence has ever been found. Despite extensive investigations and scientific studies of Loch Ness, the Loch Ness Monster remains an enduring mystery. Some skeptics argue that the sightings are simply the result of misidentifications of animals, debris, or natural phenomena, while others suggest the possibility of an undiscovered species such as a giant eel of some sort. Nessie's legend has become deeply ingrained in local culture, attracting tourists from around the world to visit the loch and search for the elusive creature. Whether fact or folklore, the Loch Ness Monster continues to captivate the imagination and fuel discussions about the boundaries of human knowledge.
Where is the loch in proportion in Scotland? Do you know?
I don't know anything about the world.
Okay. I was just curious.
I don't know where Scotland is.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll give you exact detail. I'm pretty sure it's right above the United Kingdom.
Cool. Now I know.
Do you, or is that just a lie?
Yeah, I know a bit. I kind of knew that.
Okay,
I knew a bit.
Okay, so yeah, I was just curious because I didn't know exactly where it was in relation in Scotland.
I should have looked at the map. That would have been cool, but I did not.
Fair. What was the guy's name that took the first picture? That's the picture that's the like dark shadow, right? Of Nessie, as they say.
Yeah, that's the one. It's like the shadow in the water.
Okay, all right, so that is the one. I'm literally looking at it right now. That's why I was just curious. But what's his name again?
I did not say his name, but I do have his name. Robert Kenneth Wilson.
What year was it?
1933.
Okay. 1933, huh? Okay, my question is,
Hmm.
why do you have a camera? The scientist, was he doing research on the lake or something? Why was he there?
It is true, huh?
Yeah,
Didn't
that's
even
my
think
only thing
about
about
that.
it. It's like that's a really far back date to have a camera.
Well, he did though.
There's a picture of it. So I'm just curious though, like what's the reason of him being there? Like I don't know what if it says what kind of scientist he was. Like is he a marine scientist or
Uh, no, I think he's a surgeon.
dude, that's even weirder.
Well, I mean, it's called surgeon's photograph. I think it was just a guy at the beach. Okay, let's just. Okay, story one. Let's just get into story one, which it goes into this anyways. So,
Okay.
one of the most famous and debated encounters with the Loch Ness Monster occurred in 1933 when a
Uh
photograph known as the surgeon's photograph was taken by a man named Robert Kenneth Wilson. Does that answer most of your question?
yeah, my bad. I thought
No,
you
no,
I
no,
thought
that's
you
right.
said scientist, but you said okay.
Yeah, I don't think I said scientist.
What do you know what he is? I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, he's a surgeon. Uh,
Oh,
he was
okay.
a prominent London surgeon. He was reportedly out on the shores with a friend when they saw a large serpentine creature moving through the water. Wilson quickly captured the iconic photo, which showed a long, neck like form emerging from the loch. The image became a sensation and fueled worldwide interest in Nessie. While it was initially believed to be one of the best pieces of evidence, skepticism grew over the years. And in 1994, it was revealed that the photograph had likely been a hoax created with a model of a creature mounted on a toy submarine. Hmm.
Wait, they claim it was a toy submarine that was mounted on that? That's a pretty big.
I don't know what I should have looked into where that came from, but yeah, no, that it's most likely a hoax, I guess.
Okay, I think I did hear that before.
But to be fair, if you look at
Why?
that picture, that thing looks tiny. If you look at the ripples in the water, look how big the ripples
Mm,
are in the water.
is that scalable? Like, is that something you can measure though?
I
Because I feel
think
like
so.
ripples change, right?
No, they do, but if you look at it, you can just tell it's something tiny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's a fair point. I never really thought
Like
about
we'll
that.
we'll put it on Instagram for you guys to see. I'm sure everyone's seen this photo too. But like if you look closely at the water, it doesn't look right.
I didn't think about the ripples because I know it changes depending on like the waves and stuff in the lake, but I don't. It's a pretty
Yeah,
big
I mean
lake,
it
right?
could
It's a
be
couple
bigger,
miles.
but yeah, it's a large lake.
Interesting. Yeah, toy submarine, a little thing. But what's the point?
What's the point of any of the hoaxes? I don't know. I think it so it could have been to get we don't know. 1933 could have been to
Uh,
get traction. The whole story could be made up. Because you're right. Why the heck does he have a camera on the beach?
yeah, it's bizarre. They definitely, if that's the case, they definitely planned this out, which is weird. I
That's what
don't
I'm
really
saying. It
know.
could have been planned to get people to come there. Because, like I said, so before the 1930s, since ancient times, there's been drawings and all these incitings of like Nessie.
Right? Yeah, because it resembles the plesiosaurus.
Why would you, same thing as other towns, right?
hmm
Why would you not fake a story, especially in that time, to get people to come there?
Okay, I understand where you're getting at in that one with like drawing people in, but is there a town near that lake?
I mean, I'm sure the lake is in a town.
Weird. I don't know. I've never really seen it up front. Maybe I should. Maybe let's look at a picture real quick of what this actually looks like.
All right. Yep, dude. There is absolutely. This is. I don't know when Nessie. Let's see. When was Nessie Land made?
Oh, I hope it wasn't before. Can you imagine?
Let's see. Well, it wasn't before. I know that,
That'd be
but I just
really
want to know
funny.
what year. See, I just think it could be a ploy to get people there, especially because they had the history of it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like the ancient history and the stories.
Yeah, it kind of seems like that would be the case for this one at least. But there's a lot of claims though. It's the same thing with like Bigfoot with Nessie. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why is it the most like second most famous? It's up there. Like everyone knows who the Loch Ness monster is. But if you say the Loveland Frogman to people, they'd be like, "What the hell is that?" You know what I mean? Like everyone knows the Loch Ness monster.
Maybe it's just like the years it took place because you got like a lot of evidence from like a long time frame. So from
Yeah,
1933, you have evidence from you said 1940 something was another date. I think there's a lot that goes on with keeping like a legend alive almost. Because when I was little, I remember hearing about Loch Ness, but yet again, it was from Scooby Doo. So
Yeah, see, I think maybe it just went into media
yeah,
because like it is in movies and shows they talk about it and stuff. So it is random, but all right. So let me get into another story here. You ready?
oh yeah, no, go for it.
In the early 1960s, multiple sightings of a large creature in Loch Ness were reported by motorists driving along the A82, the road that runs alongside the loch. One of the most well known encounters took place in 1960 when two people, a couple named Maurice and Megan, claimed to have seen a large creature rise out of the water while they were driving by. The creature was described as being around 30 feet long, with a long neck and a humpback appearance. The couple immediately stopped their car and watched the creature for several minutes before it submerged back into the lake. This sighting, along with the others from the same period, added fuel to the idea that something large and unknown might be lurking in the waters.
So this is 1960.
Yeah, in the 60s. Yeah, early 60s.
Okay. My question though, you said the ripples in the water, right? That gave you the size for the last thing, like the picture.
Yeah.
How are people determining how big this is, like when you're driving by?
Dude, you can tell when you're looking at it from like in real life.
You think so? In water though, I feel
Oh,
like I
yeah.
wouldn't be able to tell, especially if it's far out, unless it's close, right?
Dude, if you can see it big and it's far out, you know it's big. You can tell, and you can tell its perspective in real life. It's just the photo zoomed in, cropped just on the water. Like, look,
No, I'm not even looking at that photo. I'm just saying, like in general, I feel like I feel like I have a bad sense of that. So UFO in the sky. We're talking about aliens now, but like
that's true.
it's hard to depict its like exact like range.
I'm assuming this would be a guess, right?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But no one else says it's small. Everyone says it's big. So that's why I'm a little weirded out by it.
Well, they didn't say it was small.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. Like no one says it's small. Everyone says it's big. Everyone claims it's a bigger creature, which I guess makes sense. But wouldn't they have already found it by now? If it was quote unquote so big.
That's a big lake.
Yeah, but they've been scanning it for a long time, though.
They probably would have, right? But it's also connected to the river there.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the thing. It's like, can Nessie go in the ocean?
How deep is Loch Ness? 755 feet.
755 feet deep.
That is pretty deep.
Yeah, but can you harbor a creature in there for that long? I mean, I know it's big, like size wise. Do you talk about? I don't know. Are you gonna get into this more? I don't want to jump ahead. If you're gonna talk about like the science stuff.
No, I have two more like encounters per se.
All right, let's go through those, and then we can talk about the caves.
The caves. Okay, sounds good. All right. In the summer of 1955, Duncan, a fisherman, was out on Loch Ness early one morning. The mist was hanging over the water, and the loch was calm as he'd ever seen it. As he drifted near a quiet stretch of shore, he spotted something unusual. About 30 meters away, a dark shape rose just above the surface of the water, its long neck swaying gently. He froze, staring at the sight. He spent his whole life on the loch, and he'd seen plenty of fish and debris, but this was different. The shape moved in a way he couldn't explain. He fumbled around for his camera, but it was in the bag on the floor of the boat, and by the time he reached for it, the shape had disappeared back beneath the water. He sat there for a long moment, trying to make sense of what he'd just seen. Could this have been the Loch Ness Monster?
I mean, it could have been, right?
It could have been.
Okay, are there any other creatures reported in the loch? I know there's eels. I know that's another big one. But are there any other like possible big creatures it could be?
I don't think so.
There's not sharks,
let's look
right?
it
Because
up.
there's fresh water.
Yeah, I don't think there's sharks.
Okay, so really there's no other option. Another funny story I can say real quick, but I think someone claimed the Loch Ness to be like a dead whale penis.
What? Hold up a minute. Go back.
So they claim it's pretty much just a whale that's in the loch, and then the shape that you see out of the water is a snake-like penis.
Jesus Christ, that's insane.
To be fair, it is extremely close.
Really?
Yeah,
That is
we're not going to
crazy.
send this, but this is what the whale junk looks like.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, I could see it, but dude, I doubt it.
couple of things. I just looked up some other animals in Loch Ness. Eels, which can grow up to be 10 feet long.
That's pretty fucking
So
big.
that's crazy. That's pretty big. Sturgeon. Sturgeon can grow to be nearly 20 feet long and have a ridge of humps on their backs.
20 feet long?
20.
Wow. That's pretty big, actually.
That is. So those are some bigger creatures that it could be. Could have been both. Maybe it was a sturgeon with humps biting an eel, and the eel head goes up and the humps go up. You know.
The eel's just riding the sturgeon.
Exactly. You never know.
It could be a free ride around the loch. I mean, it's pretty big.
In 2007, a team of researchers from the Loch Ness Investigation Bureau claimed to have recorded a mysterious sonar blip deep beneath the surface of Loch Ness. The team was conducting a survey of the loch when the sonar equipment detected a large object about 100 meters below the surface, moving at a speed that was inconsistent with the typical behavior of fish or boats. The size of the object was estimated to be around 10 meters in length, much larger than any known fish species in the loch. While the team could not definitively identify the object, the sonar reading reignited interest in the Loch Ness Monster, which was heralded by some as evidence of a large unknown creature resides in the loch. Skeptics, however, pointed out that the sonar blip could have been caused by a variety of natural phenomena, including underwater debris or currents.
Okay, let me ask you, do you know how sonar works?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you?
No, I was going to ask you to explain it to me. I assume it sends sound down, right?
Yeah, I think sonar is by sound, yeah.
Waves, okay. So it could have picked up.
But
You're
that's why
claiming
they're
it could be
saying like
debris?
debris or currents, yeah.
Currents. Okay, interesting. I don't know. I feel like debris is kind of a stretch, right? Because I mean, it's moving really fast, so you have to be
Yeah,
pushed
the
by the
movement,
current. Though, are there currents at the bottom of a lake?
I would assume if that's what, so I assume the people that are the skeptics
Mm-hmm.
know what sonar is. You know what I mean, more than we do. So I would assume if they think it's currents at the bottom, maybe that is something that we don't know about. Maybe there is some sort of movement that happens.
But yeah, but if there's water currents in the bottom of a lake, wouldn't that lead to caves?
Ah.
Ah,
All right. So what do you got for cave info?
I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but I think a lot of people claim that there's a ton of caves in the Loch Ness area, that lake specifically, and they say they connect to the ocean.
Huh.
Now, I'm not a fish expert, but I know ocean fish can't really mix with freshwater fish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is the loch freshwater, right? I assume they're
Let's
freshwater
look it up.
eels. Before I dig myself a grave, let's just double check this.
Yes, freshwater.
Okay, so that's a big issue with the cave theory I have is just the mixing of the waters. Because I mean, unless it can go into both freshwater and
Well, no, that happens.
yeah, but
Well, that
do
there are
they die? I think they
ocean.
die though. No,
Yeah, they don't like maybe the Loch Ness monster can be in both.
right?
There are fish that live in the, I forget what the term, but like in a river that slowly changes to freshwater.
Okay.
There are fish there. A little bit of both fish
Like a
from
mixed.
each side.
Okay, like a mixed
Yes.
evolution. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, could one of them, could a fish from the ocean survive in freshwater lake? No. Yeah, I just don't think they're made for that. I'm
Okay,
sure there are
fair.
some that can do both.
So what's your
I'm
thoughts on
sure
the
that's a thing.
caves? Do you think the cave is a possibility?
I think I don't know enough about it, but from what you're saying, I'm interested. That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they have them like mapped out or anything, but I think they claim there's a lot of cave systems underneath the actual lake. So I assume that Nessie could hide in there.
Yeah.
It'd be a good spot for Nessie to go into, but I mean, I think it's a big possibility. But yet again, it's like you could probably eventually go through most of those caves with the submarine. So
Yeah, which
why
I don't
haven't
know
they
if they've
done it?
done.
Exactly. So I mean, I guess we're gonna get the money though to do all that.
Yeah, well, like just to find out if the Loch Ness monster is real. Like I'm sure there are scientists that are very interested and have studied it.
Right. But where do you
But
get
the
the
same
money for that?
thing, are we, yeah, where do you get the money? What happens if they find Nessie? Like that would be crazy. That would be insane. It's like a dinosaur. You know what I mean? But someone still has to fund it.
They could have already found Nessie, I suppose, right?
and protected.
Yeah, and just kind of like never said anything to the public. They just taking it away.
That's true. I don't know why they would do that though. I mean, especially Scotland. They would. Oh my God! If you could come there and potentially see, they're
Yeah.
already banking on that anyways. You know.
Well, it's like the same thing with like aliens. I mean,
It wouldn't be mass hysteria though, would it?
I don't know, because then it would be. I think it would open the can of worms of what else is in the ocean, maybe.
Yeah, that's
And I
fair.
think a lot more fear of the ocean would exist if people knew that there was creatures like Nessie actually roaming
Well, I mean,
around.
they found giant squids.
That is true. Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
you know how early I think it was early 2000s the giant squid was a cryptid that there were
Oh,
only stories about, and it is now a actual creature because they actually found and like photographed it. The largest squid ever recorded and found measured 59 feet in length and weighed nearly a ton.
how did they get the weight?
I don't know. I don't know.
Must just be like guess on it, because I feel like squids are made out of like slime almost, right? Like,
Well, they could have put it up. They could have brought it up.
oh, was it dead?
No,
Oh,
but they could have had some sort of thing set up for it. I don't know if they were
hmm.
hunting it or
They just
whatever.
had a giant weigh station down there.
Well, I mean, they could put it on a boat.
Put on a scale really quick underwater.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's your thoughts on Nessie? Okay, well, actually, hold on. Before I talk about it, how do you feel about spirits?
Spirits?
I'm not talking about ghosts necessarily. I'm talking about like legends of creatures roaming the land, kind of like spiritual
Oh,
animals, maybe perhaps.
uh,
What's your thoughts on that?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know because there's like no proof of anything, and like I don't know.
Mm, fair. Okay, I didn't know if you
What
had
do
an
you
opinion.
think?
I don't know. I think it's possible because I mean, there's so many past civilizations that I always looked up to these quote unquote like spiritual animals that
That's true.
especially like Japan and like
So you're
Western
talking
Asian.
ancient.
Yeah, well, it doesn't be like
Oh,
old school,
okay.
but I'm talking about like like people would be like, oh, this is the spirit of like the rain or whatever to make the place actually rain. They
Yep.
believe in it. What if Nessie's just a spirit and it just guards the lake? And that's why no one really is able to find it, but they can sometimes see it because maybe sometimes at like certain times or
Okay.
certain lights, it's
I get what
more
you're saying.
visible.
That's an interesting take. It definitely could be.
Would you pray to
Um,
Nessie?
no.
All right, not a believer, and this is fake.
Why?
I don't know, just say.
And 1 star. No, I'm
And
just
yeah,
kidding.
and this is absolutely 1 star. Thank you guys for listening.
So I got my little surprise I want to talk about real
Oh
quick.
yeah, forgot about that. Hit me with this juicy surprise. What do you got?
So, story 2, 3, and 4, right? I did story 2, which was 1960s with the
They're
couple.
all fake, made by Chat
No, 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 no,
GPT.
no, 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 no. Right? And then you got number 3, which is the fisherman,
Okay,
and then number 4, which was the researchers with the sonar, right?
okay, following.
One of these is fake and made by ChatGPT. I want
Really?
your guess. Yes. I would
Okay,
like your guess. It wasn't the first try. I had to really like mold it a little bit, but I made sure it wasn't real. I said fabricate a story that seems legit.
okay. All right, run him back. Give me a little summary real quick.
Okay, so yeah, so story 2 was in the 1960s, the couple that was driving by on that road, right? Where there
Okay,
was a bunch of sightings.
gotcha.
Which they stopped the car and watched the creature for several minutes, right?
Okay,
Story 3 is 1995, the fisherman who saw the shadow and the neck come out of the water, right?
okay.
And then 2007 was the blip and the sonar.
All right. If I had to think, I know the sonar one is good. I'm almost certain that one's good
Okay. Why?
because I feel like I've heard that before.
Okay.
And I've definitely seen like I mean maybe this particular story could be fake, but I've definitely seen shows where they're riding through the lake and they get a blimp or two on the radar. So I think I've seen this before.
Okay.
As for the two other stories, the guy in the boat, I think I've heard before too because he fumbled for the camera.
Okay.
That could be fake, but I'm going with the couple. Couple's fake.
Couple's fake.
Uh-huh. Was the guy in the boat?
The guy in the boat is a completely made up. I'm not saying that no one fumbled for a camera,
Okay. Fair
but
for fair.
Duncan is not real.
What year was that one? 1995? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah, I should have known. I felt like I've heard that story before, but hey, you got me.
gotcha. Unless ChatGPT lied to me and gave me a real story,
That would be
but
really funny.
that would. But no, no, yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to throw one in.
I like that. That's cool. That's a good idea. I'm a big fan of that. Chat GBT saucing it up.
Yeah, so no, those are my encounters. I think I think this is a tough one to put on a scary scale because it's not very scary, right?
It's probably one of the least scary cryptids we could talk about, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
But to be
It
fair,
deserved an
yeah,
episode though.
it's going on. It's going one for me.
Going to one, I'm going to Masher one.
Yeah, unless I was in the water in a boat and then I saw this, it might be like a 2.
Yeah.
But realistically, on land, watching from the side, I have to go
All
1. I
right.
don't even know if
New
I need to really
scenario.
explain that. What's up?
You're swimming in the water. You drift a little too far, and then you see it.
Drift a little too far. See it. Oh my god. Okay, I do like the SpongeBob Seahorse episode. Saddle him up, and I'm gone.
What would you rate on the spooky scale if that was the case?
Oh, does it just go right by me or make
I
sounds?
don't. It's unknown.
Okay,
You just
unknown.
see. You just see. Let's say like 20 meters away from you. You just see that thing come out of the water. The big shadow in the eyes.
All right, we're making this creepier. I feel like we're trying to get a higher score, so I'd probably go 3.5.
Only a 3.
3.5. I'd be. It's somewhat
Dude,
creepy.
anything with water, I don't mess with that.
Well, it depends. Like, how
That's
far out am I?
scary. Water stuff is scary, dude. You don't know what's in there. It can get you. If you're in the water with a shark, you are so you can't move, you can't do anything, you can't jump, do anything you normally do, and it can move, dude. That's scary.
You're just paralyzed by the shark. There's nothing you can do. I'd be swimming.
No, there's not. It's just
I'd
how
be
it
swimming
is.
away.
Oh god, good luck.
I don't know if I'd get far, but I would try.
Yeah.
I guess with Nessie, I'd probably do the same. I don't know. I would be shocked at first, to be fair. If I saw it pop out of the
Yeah,
water, it would be
that
really
would be
terrifying.
insane.
I don't know, though. I think Nessie in just general is just, it's cool. I think that's what's cool about it. It's not like a scary, like aliens are creepy because they like probe you and do tests. But I feel like with Nessie, it's just like there in the water. There's no harm in it, really. There's no violence. I mean, I don't know if it beats people up or something.
Yeah, like that we know of. I don't think there's been any attacks or anything.
Right. So that
Which
automatically makes it
kind
less
of
scary.
makes it less scary and a little bit less believable. Not that there could be like it could just be terrified creature. Like there's animals that are just scared all the time, that don't go near people.
You know what I think it is that maybe, I don't know why this clicked in my head, but you know how like when people talk about scary things, they say like, "Oh, I got a feeling like this." I feel like with the
Like
Loch,
dread?
yeah, Loch Ness Monster, no one said that they felt anything like that. So I feel like
That's
that
true.
automatically makes it a little less scary for me, like even for me thinking about it, is knowing no one has that true fear.
Yeah, but no one's been in the water with it. That's my thing. Something in the water cannot harm you out of the water for the most part.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
hard.
maybe it's just like I
Like
said.
if that thing was in the woods and someone saw it, instantly a different story. If that thing had legs and was in the woods, instantly a different story, Cuz then it can get you. There's no fear when you're just on land like, "Oh, what's that thing 100 meters away? What's that thing a football field away?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, what would you call the cryptid that looks like Nessie in the woods?
I just thought of something crazy.
What do you got?
A woodwalker.
A woodwalker.
Mhm.
Sounds like a skinwalker.
Woodwalker is kind of scary.
Maybe Nessie's just not a scary name.
Oh yeah. No, it's like a playful name.
True.
Loch Ness Monster, Nessie. Like it's like a mascot for the lake
For the lake.
and for the area. So,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I mean, they did great. If this was marketing in the 30s,
I know. Can you imagine that ploy? We're gonna open Nessie
dude,
Land one day.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of these were.
I don't know. That's just so far fetched. I feel like.
I don't know though.
Yeah, you never know. You really never know. All right, if you're still listening, we're done with the topic of today. We're no longer talking about Nessie. I have a story to bring to the table about our good hosting website for podcast. If you go to chasingspirits.com. So, Reid, let me tell you about Podpage here. This is the website I used to create the actual page. I got signed out. So that's an issue. So I tried signing in, logging in, blah, 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 forgot password, all that stuff. I get emails to my email saying, hey, this email doesn't exist in our database. I'm like, how is that possible? I literally check my email. I have like the confirmation for the payment and saying like, welcome
Yeah.
to your website. So I'm like, okay, whatever. That's not a big deal. I'll just message like the customer service. They only have 2 customer service people, and it says it'll
What?
take a day for a response.
Oh my god.
So okay, I'm like, all right, fine, like whatever. I'm like, all right. So I message this guy, good old Dave. I said, can't access my website dashboard. That's how I started. And then I explained further because I never got a response. I said, I'm not sure why, but my email that I bought the webpage with blah 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 doesn't work, doesn't exist. I need to figure it out. Dave responds, basically says, I'm sorry to hear you're going through this. What is the name of your website, email, blah blah blah, URL, all that stuff. So I gave it to him, right? I said, like, this is the email, this is the website. No response for 2 days.
Oh my god.
So I go, so? Question mark. And then I explain it again.
Oh my
And I say,
God.
I'm just wondering why I can't get in. Okay. A day
Yep.
goes by. Dave sends a picture and he says, hello, Ethan. You can go to podpage.com and use the login button at the top. I'm like, I just said, this is exactly what I said. Dave, that's a crazy response.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Did you actually?
I said, Dave, that's a crazy response. And then I explained the whole issue again. 4 days ago, Reid, it says it's been seen.
And still nothing?
Never responded. But this is the real problem why you probably never responded. So I go back on there, I create a new message, and I type, can I speak to someone that isn't Dave? And I just clicked them. So we're going to have to get a new website, which is totally fine. I'm already working on it. But I was like, I am never dealing with Podpage again. I can't believe that, dude. He sent me a picture of the login button. I will send you exactly what he sent me. He drew the arrow and everything. This guy's the one that made the website, which I think is crazy to me.
That is crazy. So they just, your email just isn't linked anymore.
No, dude, I don't.
Sent you a picture of the login button like you haven't tried it. You explained the story.
I know, dude. I will have to show. It's just crazy. I can't believe it. I'm shocked. I really don't understand why. Because I get the email saying like, oh, like your password or your email doesn't exist in our database. But I have the emails from when I purchased the website. That's what's pissing me off.
Yeah,
So like
they
I just
totally
been
scammed us.
struggling with Podpage, and we're paying good money a month for that. So I'm like, nah, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah, cancel that. That's insane.
We're going over to Bluehost, confirmed. It was
Okay.
it was like $30 for a year.
Oh wow.
I got
that's
a
not bad.
huge steal because it was Black Friday savings or something like that. So I was like, you know what? I'll just remake the whole website. It's not the end of the world. I was like, I can't believe this guy Dave
That's
toying
crazy.
me around like that.
You think we'll get the same URL?
Yeah. No, I'll be able to hook up the same chasingspirits.com and everything like that. But
Okay.
dude, I was just so mind blown by that. I couldn't believe that response. Dave, that's a crazy response.
Dave, that's a crazy response.
Dude, I was so pissed.
Guys, go check out our new merch. Dave, that's a crazy response.
We just make a shirt with the login arrow.
That
That would be
too-
really funny. You know what? This is going on the
Oh,
Instagram. This is
God.
gonna be the last slide. It's gonna be the login arrow if you guys want to check it out. I just can't.
No one's gonna
believe
get it.
I know someone's gonna be like,
If
"What
they
the
haven't
hell is this
listened, they'll be
picture?"
like, what is this?
No, dude, I was mind blown. But that was my grinding gears of the week. I can't believe that. It's a week-long debacle with Podpage.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Yeah.
That much back and forth, and then randomly getting pretty much like, did you turn it off and turn it back on again? Response is crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm over it. We're done.
Which
Podpage.
I'm an IT. Don't get me wrong. I have people do that, but I have people do that first. I don't do the run around for 4 days and then give them a basic solution that they've definitely tried multiple times.
And just never responding is so cold.
Oh, that's crazy. And you got nothing when you said, "Can I talk to someone that isn't Dave?"
No, the other person, the only other option never responded.
Wow.
It just says our usual reply times a day, and I sent that I think 4 days ago now. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, they're losing business.
Yeah. No. Hey, I won't be ever using
Terrible
Podpage
company.
again, and now I'm gonna be putting a giant Yelp review in.
Yep, do it.
Pissed.
That's crazy.
Reid, you got anything else that happened this week? I mean, actually, I think the last time we talked was a while ago.
Yeah, no, we haven't talked about anything past like Thanksgiving, right?
I don't know. Did we? Did we talk about Thanksgiving? I think we did when
Oh
we
no,
played
we did.
when we played Call of Duty.
I've been playing Marvel Rivals. That
I
one
know
just
you
came
were
out.
saying that.
Yeah, extremely fun. Worth a try. It's free too, free to play.
I thought about it. I just never really played the Overwatch games, and I know it's different, but I'm like, I don't know if I could get
Yeah,
into
well,
it.
no, it is Overwatch pretty much, but I've never played.
Right.
So this is like my first one. That's why it's so exciting to me because it's like new.
Yeah, it's
Like
fresh
all
off
my
the
friends
block.
I'm playing with are like they played Overwatch, so this is exciting for them because it's like back to what they remembered, but in a new form. It's like everyone's explaining is Overwatch with characters you care about and actual good mechanics. You know, not that Overwatch had
Mm,
bad mechanics, but it's like you care about these characters. You know all these guys, so it's way more interesting than random characters that are made up, which is cool, right? But it's just different.
right. Yeah, it's more meaningful. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
Like it would be like if they had a Valorant with Marvel characters, it would go crazy. Because again, it's the same thing. It's like characters you know, not even Marvel, like anything, you know. Trying to think what else.
Speaking of which, game wise, Lego Fortnite. Did you see they're making a Valorant mode?
It's not. Yes, yeah, no, yeah. It's not Lego though.
Oh, it's not Lego. Sorry, I have another Lego segment, but that made me think of it. The Lego thing. Did you see that they're gonna make an RP, like a role playing GTA style
Yes,
game mode?
GTA Lego game. That's gonna be
Wow.
crazy. Number one, number two. Uh, yeah, no, that looks insane. The we have to try the Fortnite. It looks polished. It looks good
I
from
know.
what they're
It
dropping. They dropped
looks
the
really
guns
good.
already in creative mode.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, you can go check out all the guns, all the new like FPS guns.
Oh,
We should definitely
interesting.
check it out. It's really cool. I'm excited to see what they do with it because I think it would be amazing if they did that. Way better than the first drop of games they did. This
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
crazy. A Lego
they weren't
GTA.
bad, but I think these are gonna be way better.
Yeah, they were more gimmicky before. Like a
True.
survival Lego mode was cool, but it was not very well done.
No, I think I just
Uh,
didn't have enough content.
yeah, it was just very
Boring.
lackluster.
Yeah.
Oh, on another note, speaking of GTA, did you see that I see people chatting about stupid things, but I saw a couple posts where people were like GTA is going to be have a virtual currency in with it.
Oh, I heard something about this. Yeah, I don't know,
Where
like a Bitcoin almost, but for GTA,
yeah, so like when
you
the
can
more
make
you
money.
play, you can earn money and do all these things and then you have it in real life. I don't know. It seems crazy. I think it's all speculating, but
I
that would
mean,
be insane.
it'd be cool. I just don't know what they would benefit. Like
What
the
they
people,
would
like the
benefit.
yeah, like what are the people that make the game? Like, how do they get money to give out to people? You don't understand what I'm saying? Like, is it like GTA coins and then you can trade it in for real life stuff, or you actually get
Well, I
Bitcoin
guess that's
paid to your
fair.
wallet?
Well, coins are kind of fabricated.
Well, that's true. You could go make your own coin. Yeah, I get what
And
you're
I'm sure
saying.
at the beginning they would be nothing, worth nothing.
Right.
But as time goes on, it would rise, especially if it could be publicly traded as well and in GTA, so people could buy them, think knowing like it might go up in the future. I don't
Yeah.
know.
If they
It
do
could go
that,
insane.
they better do it right because I've heard so many games, they're crypto games that just Logan Paul, Hawk Tua, but you know what I mean?
Yep,
Like all
yep.
these. Oh, that's not really a game,
The
but all the
scams.
scams.
Yeah. I know they
So,
just pull the rug, just make quick 50 mil, get out. Yep.
oh yeah, fun stuff. But I don't
Insane.
know. We'll see. I'm excited though. Anyways,
I
well, if
kind of
you're
like
still
this.
here,
We trailed off, yeah.
yeah, if you're still
But
here listening, we have one. I have one more thing we need to talk about.
what do you got?
When are we picking our day for chasing spirits after dark?
Oh, what? Okay, so what do we? What is this after dark we
If
speak
all right, if
of?
you're still here listening, drop some comments down below, maybe some ideas. I think I have our first episode, and we're gonna have a stream that follows it, which is perfect. But I don't know how we're gonna set this up. So we're gonna do like a drink, and we're gonna be drinking the entire episode. And it's gonna be unedited, is what I'm thinking. So it'll be like a raw topic,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just go right in, talk about it completely raw, and then we'll post it, say like on a Friday. I don't know when we'll do it. Maybe like we'll do it a Friday, and then a week later we'll post it. But that following week, I have the stream set up right after, so we can just hop right into a stream and play a game.
Okay.
So, but it releases at
So
night,
we
or we
drop
could
the-
do it live. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
for
we
the
could do
first
it
one, we
live.
don't do it live just to see how it'll be. I don't know.
Yeah. No, we'll figure out the logistics, but it sounds like fun to me. We'll have to think of a cool spirit drink.
Yeah, we might have to even make a little like logo for After Dark.
True. That would be
knows?
crazy, especially put on the stream.
Yeah,
Now, we've been talking about the stream way too long.
I know, not doing it.
without
I
doing
know.
it.
I
know we got to do it. So things are
Playing the
busy with the
games.
holidays, so
Yeah, bear with us.
and we have a lot of games.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's something to do.
We'll
though,
get
for
it figured out, and we will be back
Sure. Mm-hmm. But anyways,
for another episode of Chasing Spirits.
we'll see you on the next episode, chasing the spirits that haunt our world. We'll see you on the next episode.
No.
Chasing the spirits that haunt our world. Damn, I could have like fucking 20 outros. Hold on. I had 2 tickets to Iron. I'll see you on the next episode.
Dude, that's actually getting better. Holy shit.
I haven't done that in a long time, dude.
That's crazy.
You got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Oh, I don't remember the